How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to an update review and new players review that Konami has dropped after the recent update. A Yu-Gi-Oh! Campaign will start on Thursday, September 25th, so you can expect some new cards, especially featuring Neymar Jr. And in regards to the special low screamer skill, it is creating an animation that looks like regular signing shot, but somehow goalkeepers are conceding. And there's a lot of things that have changed, not necessarily gameplay-wise, they just returned back the Strike Arena mode, but the players and the way you can obtain them and the new skill could be interesting and tempting. Actually, it was so lucky, I packed Steven Gerrard with just 900 coins that I accidentally claimed from my inbox, which I was meaning to save for a meaningful pack. But this new skill was kind of enticing, not necessarily something that you should be really excited to get. It's a nice way to score a goal with a half-bar stunning shot. It's, I think, more of like a shtick or a gimmick. I wouldn't necessarily be spending my coins on this pack just because the stats and the skills, of course, on Gerrard and Rivaldo aren't really exceptional. And the builds of the cards are available on my Insta. I actually built Steven Gerrard slightly different, so I re-uploaded all of my builds to my Instagram. This Gerrard is solid. It's just like he has no passing skills and defending skills, and for box-to-box player, you'd want to have those. Roberto Carlos was a player I really wanted to get. Unfortunately, didn't happen. And of course, there is Rivaldo that is just like lacking a little bit in balance and some other important skills. So I wouldn't necessarily say that this pack is a must-have, and there's a lot of questions about this new Player Week pack. The way you can obtain a selection contract is just by completely wiping out all of your free tries with coins. So you need to spend 300 coins, and you will be getting a selection contract, like a pity reward from Konami. But this is not the pack that you would want to spend your coins on, because it's like, I think most people are after Haaland, and there is not really a lot of fantastic players that will bolster your team unless you're a new player. There is also another pack that is available. Obviously, speaking of Aubameyang, I might be doing a separate video about this because slightly complicated. Konami has actually came out with an explanation on how many cards of Aubameyang you're getting and how exactly to obtain them. This highlight Barcelona pack. Now, this one you unlock, I think you'll be able to claim all four, but Gavi, Ferran Torres, and Fermin Lopez and Christensen aren't necessarily the players that you'll be excited to get, just because they're a little bit underwhelming. These are free-to-play players. This would be the builds of Fermin Lopez, right? You can see he's not really fast. Then there's Ferran Torres, who is fast but doesn't have really end product, and his passing is pretty poor. And then we have Christensen, who is pretty slow in the current realities that you wouldn't want a defender with at least 85 speed. And then finally, now a card that is actually useful, in my opinion, is Gavi. Like, it's a unique whole player that has great defensive engagement. He will help you retrieve the ball, and his passing is decent, and finishing is alright. So I think this is the best card in this pack. And of course, the best and the biggest, I would say, pack that is available right now, apart from those that I already covered previously, is the Barcelona pack. And now you are getting not only the manager with double booster proficiency and with the link-up play, you're also getting 11 players from Barcelona, and this is a great deal if you're a Barca fan, or if you're after a possession plus quick counter manager. You're getting boost to low passing and dribbling +1, and then additionally the diagonal pass scenario where your players make better runs, and you can exploit like lofted passes or through passes in behind defensive line. Works when one of the players is attacking midfielder and the other player is with great playmaker playstyle, and the other player is either left or right midfielder with a whole player playstyle. And in fact, it actually would fit me very well. So I may still consider saving my coins and going for this pack. It's just a shame that I need to spend 1,500, and I don't really need all of the Barca players, because I'm not necessarily a Barca fan. And also, I have at least like 6 or 7 players already from that pack, but I'll show you the builds, and these are actually pretty solid cards. But if I happen to have that manager, he will connect very well with my players. So that would be Snyder, I think, which is for some reason is gone from my team. So let's take a look at Snyder. And the other player that he will be connecting with is Jude Bellingham. So Snyder is creative playmaker, Jude Bellingham is a whole player, and Jude Bellingham needs to play as a left midfielder, and then the tactic will be activated, and Bellingham will be making those runs in behind defensive line and hopefully helping me score some goals. This is alright. This will work for me, and I'm really tempted. It's just like a shame that I need to spend 1500 coins, and I don't really need that players. But if you're wondering about the builds, there are some fantastic options to improve your team. Let's also talk about Robert Lewandowski that you receive by just simply completing, like, I think you need to win around 20 games or just play some games as well. So this is 900 million downloads campaign. You're getting some skill tokens, nothing special, but in this campaign, all you need to do is just play some games, you can sim games, and at the 40th step, you're receiving a Lewandowski card. And I'm going to be giving you the build of this Lewandowski too. And it's a right card. It probably is the best card of Lewandowski that I have. And this would be the build. It's just underwhelming because usually you want strikers with 90 plus speed and acceleration. Although it's not necessarily the case. But other than that, it's decent in dribbling. There is 80 balance, which is alright. And then physical contact is there. You can use completely different build and try to make him like a aerial threat type of a striker, like target man. But this would be probably my build with ball carrying booster. And speaking of Frankie de Jong, now this is the best card in this pack, in my opinion, because he is really close to the player that I have. And actually, the best part about this player is that you can add additional booster. So you can decide which starts to boost by 1 point. And I decided to go for ball carrying booster on Frankie de Jong. And this is a very, very nice orchestrator. In fact, if you want, you don't really need to push defending so high. You can just go and maybe improve his acceleration to improve his balance, and it's still a very, very solid player. Marcus Rashford is kind of underwhelming. I don't understand this card. He is cross specialist. Well, I tried to build him as a crosser, but he gets at best 75 passing, which is really underwhelming. And with ball carrying booster, I decided to play him as a striker, so that playstyle is not activated. Center forward Marcus Rashford with these stats, kind of usable. It's just like finishing is only 80, and you can't really, without butchering the card, you can't really get higher than 80. Rafinha, again, a little bit underwhelming because the balance, I think he's turning pretty quickly. I don't understand why Konami is releasing his cards, except for like probably the Showtime card that has like 90 balance. This one has 84 at best, and there is no real end product apart from finishing. And there is defensive fullback Jules Koundé, and now this is a monster, and this card is better than the one that we received previously for free, like 2 years ago. So you can see that defensive awareness is there, speed is 90. This is just a build to get speed to 90, you don't need that. But you can play him equally as a center back. But look at the physical contact, 88. This massive difference between the free card that we received previously and this one is that the free card had like 82 physical contact, depending on the build, of course. So this Jules Koundé is probably the best card in the pack. Then we have Dani Olmo. It's an alright card, nothing special. And then we have Ronald Araujo. And this card is alright. Like, he's tall, he has 90 jump and physical contact, he has great defensive awareness, insane aggression, he's the destroyer, and he has speed for that. So I think after purchasing this pack, you have your defensive situation settled because you have a fantastic center back and a right back, and equally Koundé can play as a center back. And then you have great midfield because you will see Pedri in this pack too. Now, box-to-box card needs a little bit more defensive stats probably, but this is a box-to-box, like aggressive attacking box-to-box card. Very nice stats over here. And then we have Joan Garcia, the goalkeeper, who is now the #1 goalkeeper for Barcelona. I barely managed to understand how that happened. I thought Chesney is the goalkeeper now. Garcia is the goalkeeper. He's pretty tall, 191, and he has 88 jump off the bat without really pushing any stats. And all other stats are in 90s, except for catching and parrying, which are two of the least relevant stats for a goalkeeper, in my opinion. And finally, we have Alejandro Balde. Now, this is great. Like, this is a fantastic attacking fullback that you can get 90 dribbling on, and you give him 85 loft pass. And obviously, lofted pass is not really there, so you probably want to push it if you like to cross. But he's crazy fast, and his defensive stats are insane too. So, and obviously, finally, the Lamine Yamal card. He doesn't have a special skill like the Ambassador pack, but if you're asking me where the value is, like the Ambassador pack costs 1800, the additional cards that are supplementing the pack of Lamine Yamal aren't really worth it. And like the skill that Yamal has is edge crossing. I would barely be using that. So I would say this Yamal appeals a little bit more to me. This would be the build. And there is Pau Cubarsí as well. Another center back that can slot into your starting 11 if you're just starting out and you don't have legends like Cannavaro. And in general, I don't plan buying the pack, probably, just because I'm not a Barca fan. And I just want to say that I switched to quick counter, and I think quick counter is the way to play this game now, because you want to be aggressive. Opponents are exploiting through passes. You just want to pounce on them and prevent them from even like facing the direction that they're trying to pass to. And that's the idea. I didn't really change much in terms of like my formation, but I switched to quick counter. And the thing is, like, if I didn't have 88 proficiency manager for quick counter, for me it would be a no-brainer to get someone like a Flick. But this is great just because my Gasperini, he has a proficiency with 2 playstyles. Now I still can go back to my long ball counter playstyle with a sub tactic if I want to. He has only 1 booster, of course, but 88 proficiency is still on. It's still, you can rock with that. But if I didn't have 88 proficiency manager for quick counter or possession, and I really wanted to test the playstyles, that pack is a good choice. That has been pretty much the review of the new cards. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next one. Peace.